And I think a lot of it also comes down to striking that right balance is the human AI collaboration piece, using AI for that research, drafting recommendations, but always having a human refine and review that messaging before sending. And I think that's another piece there is don't just send it and don't look at it. No, reread it. Make sure it's right. I don't know about you, but the amount of times I use AI, I hardly ever take what it says for what I want. No, I edit it, I clean up. I make sure it's speaking to what I want. But in reality, I use AI more like a spell check to make sure I didn't just ruin my grammar or my spelling versus writing from scratch. Write a response. Like, no, I'm writing a response, clean up my response. But yeah, what are some other areas?
I think that I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't think there should be any AI processes where there wasn't a human involved at some point to do some quality control there. But when you're talking about doing this like on a more automated at scale level, which is really when this like hyper personalization comes in, you can't go through and have a human check every single email that an AI has personalized that's going to go out. We might be talking about hundreds or thousands of emails over the course of any given amount of time. But what I think you can do and you should do is when you are setting up those processes, run a variety of different kinds of data through the prompt that you've given the AI and see what comes out, and then refine the prompt over and over again until you get something that you are very confident is going to produce good output in a wide variety of different situations. See what happens if you throw some bad data at it and see if it can account for that.
Leaning into this conversation here, we're talking about how it's up to the user to refine the prompts, check the work. At what point should you disclose that you're using AI-powered chatbot? And I think there's a lot of things going on right now that you may be communicating with AI and you have no clue. Now, I'll put this a caveat. It's one thing if you're going ahead and using like spell check and thesaurus to clean up your email, and then you're actually personally hitting send. I think that's a person. It's no different than using any other tool in the market. But at what point does transparency matter? And when should people start thinking about that as well?
I think it's always better to be more transparent than not. You've seen stories about, I don't remember whose chatbot it was. It might have been Delta, but people like broke the chatbot. It was responding as if it were a human. There was no indication that it was an AI. And then someone would put in a prompt into the text as a test to see if it was AI or not. And then it comes back and it like answers the prompt, which has nothing to do with whatever business it was for. People are going to know if you're using AI and you're not saying you are, it's just going to make you look shady. And what I'm starting to see more of is companies that are kind of doing some retraining of their customers, where you get an AI for a customer service chat and you immediately just start typing like agent, give me a human, trying to get to a human being so you can resolve your problem. And some companies are setting like actual hard limits on, we're not going to give you a human until you've talked to our AI for 10 minutes, because we firmly believe that it can solve 99% of the problems that our customers have. So if you talk to the AI for 10 minutes and it's still not solved, then we'll give you a human. Once the customer base and once people are retrained with that in mind, it'll be a better experience and you'll get your problems solved faster.